Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I think I'm on. Peanut's here. He's trying to get my attention, but he's going to get your attention right now. Just to show you my Peanut. Okay, okay. Here you go, dear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's holding on. And there he is. There's our celebrity making his cameo appearance here. Angel's walking around too. She comes by here, I'll show you Angel with in her new. She's just got a new hairdo, new grooming, really short. Okay, I'm so grateful to be with you for Cindy's song number 11. Uh, uh, the numeration I hope I got right. The number 11, I believe I'm correct. Anyway, I wanted just to continue the story of the image of the infant Jesus. This story of this image of the infant Jesus, and as you noticed, the last YouTube, if you saw it, it was clipped off in the sort of after 5 minutes. I usually have 15 minutes, but somehow I did something or something in the system clipped us off. We ended up with Cindy, after all night in adoration, sitting in this chair waiting for the others to, in the gift shop, the Shrine gift shop, waiting for the others to finish their shopping. While she was sitting there, she saw in an unlit showcase 2 eyes looking at her. And she went up, she was curious to see whose eyes they were. And she went over and found this image of Jesus, of the infant Jesus, as he probably would be in the crib. Anyway, I want to back up a little. I might have repeated this in the previous YouTube. One of the pilgrims gave her some money. She was first resisted, but the person said, "Take this, and the Lord will show you what to do with it." Well, that was the day before. The amount of the money was $150. So okay, she went up and asked the cashier, "How much is that image of the infant Jesus in the showcase over there?" And the clerk answered, $150. Well, she thought that was not a coincidence, was a God, something of God. So she got out that $150 which was given to her the day before and bought this image of the infant Jesus. After they were done, they headed back to the hotel before the Mass and procession to get freshened up and have breakfast. Now, the people were starting to come into the sanctuary, and they had to go against the stream, against the all these people just coming in for the big celebration of the Eucharist and procession for May 13th. This is one of the biggest ones in the whole year, because it's the first commemoration, the first apparition of the 3 children by our Blessed Mother. Anyway, they had a hard time, not because of the press of the crowd, but because of the infant Jesus was stopping the crowd. And they all gathered around Cindy and tried to venerate and kiss the infant Jesus. And one of the groups that came and met Cindy as they were streaming into the sanctuary was a group from I don't know, New York or someplace out east. And Cindy knew the priest that was leading this group, and he asked, "Hey, Cindy, what do you got there?" And Cindy said, "I just got this. It's the infant Jesus, image of the infant Jesus, but I don't know what to do with it, Father." And the priest said, "I know what you're going to do with it, Cindy. You're going to take this image of the infant Jesus all over the world in witness to the dignity and the value and and for the protection of the unborn." And so Cindy just listened, and Father left, and she was but her mind wasn't at peace about that. She wasn't sure that was exactly what this image was for. Okay, later, a few days later, they were supposed to go to Rome, and Cindy asked God for a sign that if the whole, whether or not the baby was to be traveling all over the world for life for the unborn. So the sign would be that the Holy Father would bless this baby, this image of the infant Jesus, not in a general way from the balcony or from his window, but in a way where he would see the baby and bless it in an individual way. Well, that's a pretty tall order, because Cindy had no access to visit the Holy Father in a private audience. Anyway, that's what she asked God for. Okay. They got to Rome, and where they were staying was at a convent of Hungarian sisters. And the superior knew Cindy from previous visits. And she greeted her with, "Hey, Cindy, look what I got." And Cindy said, "What is it?" They were tickets to the audience, the Wednesday audience of the Holy Father, John Paul II. Now, blessed John Paul II. Anyway, and they were good tickets. They were right up close to where he would be speaking. Okay, the next day, she took the infant Jesus here and in her arms and carried him to the square, to St. Peter's Square, the piazza, in front of the great Basilica of St. Peter's, and waited, and went to the place with her ticket, to the place where she was supposed to listen to the Holy Father, an audience. Well, a Swiss soldier saw her with the infant Jesus and got her by the arm and hurried her. He said, "Quickly, come up to the rail. This is where the Holy Father's coming out in a few minutes." And so he sort of pushed Cindy in a way, in a hurried way, a polite way, to the rail. Okay. Anyway, then the Holy Father did come out there, and there she was, looking right at the Holy Father as he was coming up in his Popemobile. And when the Holy Father saw Sydney and the baby, he lifted his arm in blessing, and he blessed the baby. Well, that was the sign that Sydney asked for. Little did Sydney know that someone took a picture of that. The official photographer of the Vatican took a picture of it, and a part of the group that Cindy was with did not go to the audience, but was out in the streets of Rome doing shopping. Well, one of these stores was an agency of the Vatican photographer, and anyway, they were just talking on the sidewalk, and one looked over in the showcase, or in the picture window there, display window, and there was Cindy, a picture of her with the Holy Father raising his hand in blessing. So they went in and bought that picture and brought it back to Cindy. And so she has living proof that this sign that she asked for, which was so unlikely, was fulfilled in the Holy Father blessing the picture individually. As I promised you in a previous YouTube, here I want to show you the picture that of the Holy Father blessing the image of the infant Jesus, for all life, or of the unborn. Okay, now Peanut, I gotta use both hands. Okay. It's hard to see on the screen, but anyway, you can see it when you in regular things. I'm sorry I got that glare there. Okay, there's a Holy Father blessing the now there's Cindy. She was blonde, and she always tells everybody that's natural. She was almost white blonde, platinum blonde. But anyway, she had that lovely hair. You can see it right there in the picture. That's her. That's her. And she's holding the baby. Okay, which way? This way. I just covered him. Now I'm taking my finger off. There's the baby, the infant Jesus of the unborn. And there's the Holy Father looking right straight at the baby and blessing it. This is in our front room. We treasure this picture because this sent Cindy on a mission throughout the whole world to bring the baby to the whole world in witness to the dignity and the value of human life in the womb, because Jesus was also in the womb for 9 months and sanctified every woman's womb, because the divine loved did not spurn the womb of the Virgin Mary. And all women have been raised to a new level of dignity in their motherhood, because the divine loved motherhood, loved human motherhood to become flesh and dwell among us, dwell in the womb of a beautiful woman, blessed among women, our blessed mother, the mother of Jesus. So that's the picture. Here we go. We'll keep going. Okay. Well, that when Cindy got that sign, she went gangbusters, and when she went all over the world in pilgrimage to France and England and Italy, the Middle East, the Holy Land, throughout the United States. She brought this statue, this image of the infant Jesus, and when the priest would permit it, she put it right on the altar during the Mass. She would touch it to the tombs, like the St. Dominic's tomb in Bologna in Italy. At the tombs of the saints, wherever she went. And not only did she venerate the infant Jesus there, but the pilgrims that visited these holy places, they swamped her. They just loved the infant Jesus. In fact, in the Santi Giovanni Rotondo, where the Padre Pio is buried, the people were so strong, and they just almost crushed Cindy and the baby, and broke the little baby's finger, one of the fingers there, because they just wanted to touch the baby and venerate the baby, the infant Jesus. Anyway, and when people would be able to, she would take it around like different places here in the United States and tell about the infant Jesus of the unborn, the story of it, and the connection of him witnessing to life, because he became flesh, human. I mean, not only are we made to the image and likeness of God, and every little baby in the mother's womb is made, but he became, God became a baby too. So he really loved life. He really loved maternity. He really loved women. He really loved the intimacy of childbearing and the womb. He made everything, women, all women, precious, whether they be biological mothers or spiritual mothers. Every woman's a mother. They're just made for love, made for giving birth, made for nurturing, and Jesus affirmed all that in becoming flesh in a woman, the blessed among women, our blessed mother, the mother of Jesus, the mother of God, mother of our Savior, and our mother. Okay, so that there are many stories. I was just giving you that in general about how Cindy and the baby, on the plane, this was before 9/11, so they were more free about these things, so we could carry the baby, right in as a carry-on, so to speak. And we treated him like a baby. He was on a pillow, and he had a little band around his tummy so it wouldn't fall off and slip off the pillow. But we would, the stewardesses and the staff of the people, all the airline people, they would honor the little infant. They would just glad to see it coming and treat it like it was a little live baby. But they knew it was Jesus. I mean, the image of Jesus. And they were so neat. When it was possible, they would give us a place for Jesus and to have him have his own seat. Anyway,